If you were to tell me that a guy like Travis Fulgham would make one of the winning touchdown catches, one of the biggest plays by a wide receiver on this damn team for this season, and a guy like Singleton to make a pick six late in the ball game to give us that extra cushion of points right there. And if you were to tell me out of the way Carson Wentz played in the first 2 weeks, that he would actually have a big game right here, I wouldn't have believed you. I would not have believed you whatsoever. But it happened. It happened. How did the Eagles win this game? I don't know. I don't know, but I think I do know why, because Carson Wentz stepped up today. Carson Wentz stepped up in this game. The numbers don't tell the story in this game. Yeah, there were moments in this game where, yes, he did look like the Carson Wentz that was overthrowing guys, underthrowing guys, but late in the game, and also throughout the game, too, he was using his body, running the ball, getting that touchdown early in the game, going for two, making a play on fourth down late in this ball game, and that big throw, that perfect Carson Wentz, a throw that we know he can make to Fulgham late in the game for the go-ahead touchdown. Carson, where was that the first 3 weeks? Where was that? Where was it? But hey, Carson, better late than never. I would say so myself right there. Better late than never. And the Eagles, they win this game by a score of 25-20 over the San Francisco 49ers. And the end of the game, the end of the game made me lose my breath right there. Making my heart pound a little bit right there. Can you make it look more stressful? Make it. The third string quarterback for the 49ers comes out and making him look perfect. You're making this guy look like Tom Brady out there. And on that last play in the final seconds, and it was in the end zone, and they missed the ball, I was like, oh my goodness. And then the one touchdown by the 49ers in this game by Ayuk. Are you kidding me? What? I'm just sitting there on my couch, and then I see that happen, and I'm just like, he just did that. He did that. He did a thing. He jumped over our player and into the end zone. I was, what? What? Well, that was a fantastic play by Ayuk. I'll give it that to him right there. But I was just shock and awe on what the hell just happened in front of me. And the Eagles' defense, they actually caused turnovers in this game. What? 0 turnovers in the first 3 weeks of the season. And you get 3 in this game? 2 interceptions, 1 was a pick six, and you get a fumble in this game as well. The defense, even though I would say the secondary and all that stuff was terrible against the run, and also terrible against Kittle. Kittle's going to do his thing, credit right there, but it felt like the defense just didn't try to stop him. It just felt like that. He was just, like I said, he's going to do his thing. He's one of the best tight ends in the league for a reason. But at least try to stop him, at least try to put some coverage on him, at least maybe 2-man coverage right there. Maybe a little try to at least. But hey, I guess I'm not the coach. I don't make the decisions right here. But still, at least try. But the defensive line, I would say they stepped up a little bit. Making Mullens a little bit uncomfortable. Forcing those turnovers. The fumble. The 2 interceptions later in this game. Those were huge plays. And the defensive line, they did definitely step up today. Making them uncomfortable. It was big right there by the defensive line. But the credit can more go to Carson Wentz. Like I said, early in this game, definitely it showcased maybe this is another bad game for Wentz. The interception early in the game, even though it was a very unlucky situation right there, it was kind of looking like, oh, here we go again. Carson Wentz is going to have another bad game. He's overthrowing people. He's underthrowing people. And there you go, interception right there. Thank you very much. It felt like it was going to be one of those games right from the get-go. But then the defense, they step up. There was a couple 3-and-outs on both sides. And the Eagles, Carson Wentz, they go down the line. Carson Wentz making some plays by himself. And credited in this game. He's going in there with a lot of practice squad guys and a lot of backup guys as well. You don't have D-Jax in this game. You don't have basically many of your starters right there. Goddard's not playing either. And you're going with a lot of backup guys. So basically, this is last year look for Carson Wentz. And sometimes I do feel that Carson Wentz has a lot more comfortability when he's playing with secondary guys and practice squad guys. I have no idea why, but it just feels like that for some reason. And especially for a guy like Greg Ward. He's the guy that Carson Wentz feels the most comfortable throwing to for some odd reason. I just have no idea why. I can't explain it. not a football guy. I'm not that knowledgeable about it, but like seriously, I can't even explain it either. I don't think anyone can explain why Carson Wentz feels like he's more comfortable throwing to a guy like Greg Ward. It's just weird. But then, like I said, Carson Wentz doing his thing, running for play. Look, Carson Wentz was using the body today. He stepped up, like I said. Gets that touchdown early in the game. And you can also give some credit to Doug Pederson, too. He was being deceptive out there early in the game, making some creative plays out there, using Carson Wentz to run the ball a little bit right there. Going for 2 on that first touchdown. Man, the Eagles I was questioning to myself, like, why are you going for 2 here? It's the first touchdown. It's the first score of the game, and you're going for 2? I was like, okay, here's the big balls, Doug Pederson. Here's the very aggressive Doug Pederson that we all know. We were missing that Doug Pederson for the past couple of weeks right here. And he's showing it on the first touchdown drive right here. And you go for 2, and you get it. Hey, Carson Wentz goes right in there for the touchdown. Give it off to Zach Ertz for the 2 points. Hey, I'll take that any day of the week. I will. But then the 49ers, they go right back down the field and they get another touchdown. They make it a 1-point game right here. And it just felt like it felt like after the first 2 touchdowns, because really it was a very boring first half, I would say. Honestly, I would say this entire game was boring. First 3 quarters, maybe toward the end of the third quarter, I would say the first 2.5 quarters right here, very boring, very sloppy football. Offensively, and honestly, both offensive sides. Understandable because the 49ers, they're riddled with injuries as well. They really couldn't get anything going either. But same thing for the Eagles. Some sloppy plays, Carson Wentz not able to hit his passes like usual. Even though, like I said, he did step up, and that becomes more later in the ballgame as well. But there were instances where he was overthrowing people, can't really hit his targets. And the running game, I felt today, also was non-existent from... Basically, it felt like also later in the game, Miles Sanders was not utilized, I would say, enough. It just felt like that to me, that he wasn't being used at all. But if you even look at the stats today, the Eagles actually used the run game and the pass game equally. I think they made 28 attempts on the pass, and they tried to rush 28 times in this game. So, like, perfectly evenly split right there. So definitely that's going to keep the defense guessing a little bit on what you're going to do right there, which is going to open up some plays for either side, which is a benefit right there. But sometimes it just felt like we couldn't connect on things. And then you would take some fouls, and then we would lose yardage because basically the offensive line for the Eagles, they could not protect Carson Wentz with a lick today. Lane Johnston coming on and off the field consistently. He went into the locker room early in the game. He did come back, made 1 play, and then he had to go off because he was limping once again with an ankle injury. It's just... And then Slay also goes out during the touchdown for the 49ers. He does come back into this game, thank God, right there. And also Fletcher Cox, he goes down late in the game as well, did not play the rest of the game. It just felt like, Jesus Christ, the Eagles need to open up their own hospital at this point. It's just like people are going down left and right. It's just injuries after injuries after injuries. It's like, oh my goodness. God. And then we don't go through the rest of the half. It's an 8-7 Eagles lead at this point. And then once we get into the second half, that's when majority of the play starts to open up for both sides. And the 49ers, they open up that second half with a touchdown. They were getting some momentum going towards the end of that first half, and they brought that play into the third quarter, and they got off with a touchdown for that. Eagles followed that up with a field goal. Carson Wentz making some plays right there, and there were some weird situations like during the plays in the third quarter too, where the Eagles were trying to move upfield. They make a play on 4th down, and then they just go back and forth, and then it ends up Carson Wentz. And also, before these offensive plays too, even after the Eagles field goal, when they make it a 14-11 ball game at this point. So 49ers have the ball, the defensive line, they get some pressure on Mullens. They force a fumble right there, turn it over right there. Eagles get the ball right back. And during this whole situation, Eagles have to get a 4th down conversion right here. I think it was 4th and 8. And at this point, the Eagles were in field goal range, so they were in a position to tie the game. But Doug Pederson elected to go with the big ball play and go for the 4th down right here. And Carson Wentz makes a nice pass right there, and you get a 4th down to Hightower. Well, 1st down, actually, not a 4th down. This game was absolutely nuts and bonkers at this point. So you get the 4th down conversion right there. You get a first down. And then the play of the day right here, the absolute play of the day on this touchdown pass, Carson Wentz getting a little bit overwhelmed right here, and he finds a way just to send a floater downfield, and he finds the guy, Travis Fulgham out of all people, lands right in his arms, and he runs in for the touchdown. And the Eagles take the lead right there. And then the very next drive for the 49ers, interception by Singleton, pick 6, and the Eagles get 25 points on the board right there. So, hey, Eagles making some plays late in this ball game. Let's go. Let's keep it going. But then the 49ers, Mullens comes out of the game after that drive. In comes the 3rd-string quarterback, and it's just like, this guy's going right down the field. I'm like, come on, the 49ers got a touchdown. I was like, are you kidding me right here, boys? What's the play call right here on the defensive side of the ball? You're just letting them run down the field. Come on. And then the Eagles get the ball right back. You were thinking right here, okay, let's try to run the clock down. Even though the 49ers, they do use their 2 timeouts in this situation. And the Eagles try to run the ball. But where's Miles Sanders? Where's Miles Sanders in this instance? Why isn't he running the ball here? Why aren't we utilizing our best running back? It's just a question mark right there to me. And then the 49ers get the ball back literally instantly. It just happens right there. And the Eagles end up punting the ball. The 49ers get the ball back. They go right down the field. And it turns into a whole scary situation. But the defense does come up clutch in instances in the later stages of the final seconds of this quarter. And then the final play, they try to go for the short Hail Mary right here. And it was just like, I had to hold my chest there for the entire damn time because I was losing my breath. I was literally like, oh God, don't do it. Don't do this to me right now. Can the Eagles just have something nice? And it actually does turn out nice because no touchdown right there, and the Eagles actually won the damn ball game. I was like, okay, thank you. Thank you very much for making me have my high blood pressure raise up right there. Thank you very much, Eagles, for that highly stressful situation. And somehow this damn team's in first place. Somehow, in some damn way, the Eagles are in first place in the damn NFC East. That just shows to you how, we all know how terrible this damn division is. We all know it. Washington loses their football game today to Baltimore, and the Dallas Cowboys lose to the Cleveland Browns. And they almost made another comeback in that game too, but they eventually did lose that game. But hey, the Eagles somehow find a way, and they're somehow in first place, getting their first win of the season. Carson Wentz, he makes big plays in this game, using the body. He stepped up, making that big touchdown pass late in this game to go up. Also, that big play on the 4th down to Hightower. Big plays here by Carson Wentz, and especially that touchdown pass to Fulgham. Little bit of a implication of the old Carson Wentz right there. A guy that we know can make plays like that. It's just for some reason he cannot do it consistently this year. He needs to find a way to do that more consistently. Be confident. Be confident in your receivers. Be confident in yourself. That's what we need Carson to do right here. And this is the quarterback that he can be. It's just for some reason he cannot bring it out consistently. And we need to find a way to do it right there. And you look at the stat line for Wentz, 18 for 28, 193 yards, 1 touchdown, and the interception right there. The stat line doesn't show the entire story, because Carson Wentz did step up in this game, especially on the run game as well, taking the ball himself, running from some first downs, getting a touchdown for the first score of the game for the Eagles. He stepped up in this game. And if you look at the rush side, Sanders had a very quiet night. He did have 13 carries, 46 yards right there. He wasn't utilized that much in this game. You know, he did have 13 carries. Late in the game, it didn't feel like he was utilized enough. Wentz, he had 7 carries. He had those 37 yards. He had the touchdown right there. Fulgham with the huge play in that 3rd quarter for the Eagles to take the lead. Not the 3rd quarter, the 4th quarter. And the Eagles took the lead right there. Greg Ward had some plays as well. But like I said, defensive line, they stepped up today. They make Mullens uncomfortable. They force those turnovers. Wentz steps up, makes some big plays, and somehow, in some way, the Eagles are in first place in the NFC East. Somehow, some way, shape, or form, this team is in first place. Find some way to build off this. But yes, there's still the whole injury situation. Like I said, Lane Johnston, Fletcher Cox goes down. Slade did go down in this game, but he did eventually return. Some question marks right here still. Because the offensive line is still a very gigantic question mark. Carson Wentz, like I said, did not have a lot of protection in this game. Had no protection. It's a big question mark going down the line. So what's going to happen going into next week when you're taking on the Steelers? It's going to be a tough task right there. They had a tough task today in the 49ers. They're also injury riddled as well, but they're still a good team. And you may find a way to beat them. When every single reporter on Sunday Night Football predicted that the 49ers were going to win this game, they were taking the 49ers straight away. Literally every single reporter. And you proved them wrong. Continue to find a way to prove people wrong. Just continue to find a way to do that. And build off that. Go into next week against Pittsburgh and find a way to win as well. Big game here. Big game by Carson Wentz. It was a heartbeater till the damn end. Like I said, my blood pressure was raising till the very end. Raising. So, big win right there. I want to hear your thoughts. What are your thoughts on this Eagles win? What are your thoughts on Carson Wentz's performance in this game, Doug Pederson, and the rest of the Eagles right here, the defense stepping up on the front end? I want to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to leave a comment down in the comment section. Don't forget to drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.